The night a total stranger saved my life. I was standing in the frozen food aisle of a 24-hour grocery store, staring at a bag of frozen peas like it held the secrets to the universe. It was 3 in the morning. The lights were buzzing that weird, sickly yellow color, and I was pretty sure I was about to have a panic attack. Then I felt a hand, firm, but shaking, grab my elbow. "Please," a girl whispered. She looked like she'd been running. Her hair was a mess, and her eyes were darting toward the automatic doors. "Just pretend you know me. Just for a minute." Before I could even blink, she leaned her head on my shoulder. She smelled like rain and cheap vanilla perfume. "Oh, there you are, babe," she said, her voice suddenly loud and cheery, though it cracked at the end. "I thought you'd never find the ice cream." I looked up. A guy had just walked through the sliding doors. He was tall, wearing a leather jacket that looked way too expensive for 3 a.m., and he was scanning the aisles with this predatory look. When his eyes hit us, they turned into ice. "That's him," she hissed under her breath, her fingers digging into my arm. "That's Tyler. He doesn't take no for an answer." Now, I'm not a hero. I'm a 5'9" graphic designer who spends most of my time arguing with my cat. But seeing the sheer terror in this girl's eyes, something just snapped. I dropped the peas back into the freezer, wrapped an arm around her waist, and pulled her close. "Sorry, honey," I said, pitching my voice deeper than it actually is. "Got distracted by the pizza rolls." Tyler started walking toward us. Every step he took sounded like a gunshot on that linoleum floor. "Chloe," he said, ignoring me completely. His voice was smooth, like a snake in a suit. "We aren't finished talking. You can't just block my number and think it's over." "It is over, Tyler," she said, but her voice was trembling. I stepped in front of her. I could feel my heart hammering against my ribs, but I stared him right in the eyes. "The lady said it's over, man. You need to move along." Tyler laughed. It was a cold, nasty sound. "And who are you? The rebound? You look like you haven't slept in a week." "I'm the guy who's taking her home," I replied. I didn't know where the confidence was coming from. "And if you don't back off, I'm the guy calling the cops. See that camera right above us? They've been watching you since you walked in." I was bluffing, mostly. But the overnight manager, a guy named Mike who I knew from my late-night snack runs, took the hint. He stepped out from behind the deli counter, holding a heavy-duty mop like a weapon. "Everything okay here, folks?" Mike asked, his eyes locked on Tyler. Tyler looked at me, then at Chloe, then at the manager. He sneered, adjusted his jacket, and spat on the floor. "Fine, she's your problem now." He turned around and stormed out. We watched his car peel out of the parking lot, tires screaming in the silence of the night. Chloe finally let go of my arm. She sank onto a crate of bottled water and just sobbed. I didn't know what to do, so I just stood there, guarding the aisle. "How did you know?" she asked later, after Mike gave her a free bottle of water. "How did you know what to say?" I shrugged, feeling the adrenaline finally start to fade. "I've had my own share of Tylers in the past. Sometimes, you just need a shield." I walked her to her car, making sure the coast was clear. Before she got in, she reached into her bag and handed me a small silver keychain. It was a little astronaut. "For the guy who helped me find my way back to Earth," she said, with a tiny, shaky smile. "That was 3 years ago. I still have the keychain, and every time I go to that grocery store at 3 I look at the frozen peas, and I remember the night a total stranger became my favorite person in the world. Because, as it turns out, she wasn't just pretending. 6 months after that night, we went on our actual first date. And this time, no one had to pretend at all.